When I found out I was going to be a parent, I immediately felt a lot of anxiety and worry. So I went on to BetterHelp to try to look for a therapist to help me with that.
My relationship with my family and with my boyfriend and with myself were suffering. I really needed help.
I was ruminating a lot. Really getting those thoughts out to a therapist and getting feedback was just life-changing.
Discover what BetterHelp Online Therapy can do for you. Visit BetterHelp.com today.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Tuesday, May 9th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Let's talk about some of the questions and answers that the head of Instagram discussed on his Ask Me Anything last week. The first question, what is the easiest way to start making money as a creator? I will give my opinion first, which is UGC. If you're not familiar, user-generated content is a great way to make money. User-generated content is all about creating content for brands or companies because they need new content constantly. They need to make new posts every single day. So if you make it for them, you don't have to have a large following or anything. They're going to post it on their page because they need content. UGC is awesome. That's my overall view. Anyway, here's his answer to easiest way to start making money as a creator.
I don't know if there's any particularly easy way to make money. It's obviously something you got to work for, but a couple different things. If you're more of an expert, so something like parental advice or coffee advice or something that there's a group of passionate people interested in, often subscriptions are a really great way to make money. Whereas if it's more broad appeal type content, I think it's more interesting to look for branded content type deals, which is why we're building the creator marketplace. But there's a range of options and we're going to continue to experiment with a number of them.
Honestly, that was not a great answer. My answer was better. Next question. How's generative AI going to be integrated into Instagram? If you're not familiar, generative AI is a service like ChatGPT where the AI is doing something beyond what a simple Google search could do for you. Here's the answer.
Generative AI is moving quickly, both on the tech side with LLMs, but also on the image side. I'm really excited about a bunch of potential ways that it can help creators do what they do. There's also lots of big concerns and questions to consider and to answer, so more to come.
Frankly, also not a great answer. I was expecting a lot more there. Okay, next question. It's more of a statement. Elevator pitch to a creator to be on Instagram. Go. I like this because Instagram is really competing for attention. If you're going to make quality content, you're going to make that content for as many platforms as possible, or you're going to make it for the platform where you can make the most money. Probably going to be YouTube. It's probably going to be YouTube. Secondarily, I would think you're going to create that TikTok content for TikTok. And then thirdly, that same TikTok content will get cross-posted to Instagram. That's how I would do it if I had the budget, the time, the resources to be a full-fledged, full-time creator, because you know you can make the most money on YouTube. So this pitch, whatever he's going to say, it's got to be really good.
There are a lot of great platforms out there for creators, and I think more and more companies are realizing how important creators are, and they're going to invest more and more over time. But if you want to reach a global audience, unless you are a long-form video creator, I think we're the best option because we're going to continue to focus on creators more than any other platform does. And I think we're going to try and evolve as the world evolves too, which can be bumpy at times, but I think is going to mean that the overall pie is the biggest for creators.
You know what I heard in that answer? 0 key differentiators. If you want to do long form, go to YouTube. He's saying that right off the bat. If you're not long form, there's no compelling reason to specifically create content only for Instagram. He didn't have one, and I sure as heck don't have one. So I don't know what to tell you at that point. Like, you should be creating the content for as many platforms as you have time to do while making it as easy on yourself as possible in order to do that. And if it's focusing on platforms where you can reuse content, then you should do that. That is absolutely what you should do, and you should have no loyalty to any platform that can't give you a key differentiating reason for creating content for that platform. Okay, I'm getting a little heated. Let's take a break. We'll have a commercial, and then we'll talk about voice notes, which is actually a good idea for a feature and something that I'm very interested in. Stick around.
This episode is brought to you by Michigan Economic Development Corporation. In Michigan, you can have both a rewarding career and a quality lifestyle, with plentiful career opportunities in world-changing, innovating industries, from electric vehicles to clean energy to biotech, with room for advancement no matter where you are in your career. Plus, Michigan offers a welcoming, beautiful, affordable, and inclusive community for all. Live your best life. You can in Michigan. Visit themichiganlife.org.
And we're back. Okay, let's continue with the questions. Now, last week was the Met Gala. I'm not really into fashion and I don't really follow the Met Gala very closely. I truly am not that interested in it. Adam Mosseri has gone, I think, the past couple of years, as many years as they've had it in recent times, he's been. One of the questions that he got was, what was Cardi B's feedback and will you implement it? Cardi B is a music artist. I'm not a huge fan of her music, but if she has a suggestion, I guess, it's worth taking on board. Here's his answer to what her suggestion was.
She actually wanted us to show play counts on videos the same way we show like counts. And you can see them, by the way, if you go to the profile under the Reels tab, but she wanted to sort of show them everywhere. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see play counts on videos?
It's funny that he mentioned that it is possible to see view counts because I do this. When I go to someone's profile, I click on their Reels tab and I look at how many views their videos have gotten. I do this for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I turned off like counts on my own account years ago at this point, so I have no idea how many likes posts have, and it's better. It's a better experience overall for me. Having said that, I want to see what has gotten them a lot of views. I'm very interested in that. Just because something got a lot of likes doesn't necessarily mean it got a lot of views. People may have watched it over and over, and that's what hooked them. And so to me, that's more interesting. So I get why Cardi B would say that. However, for just like one or two more clicks over to the Reels tab, you can see exactly how many views their videos got. So if you really care that much, you can find out. That's my point. Okay, next question. Voice notes, yes or no? I don't think they're talking here about voice notes inside the DMs because that already exists. However, what they're referring to are the notes inside the Instagram DMs at the top, like the status, like the away message that lasts for 24 hours, adding a voice component to it. Now, it has already been revealed that Instagram is working on adding music to those, which is a great idea and I'm all for. So adding a daily voice clip there might be a really interesting concept since your followers can see it. You could add a voice memo to your channel though. So you have the option of doing voice notes in your broadcast channel. So if you really wanted to do it, there's a way around. There's a one-to-many way of putting your voice out there on Instagram if you really wanted to do it. Here's the answer to the question, voice notes, yes or no?
Seems like a good idea. Certainly one worth considering. Right now, though, we are testing music notes, which I'm also excited about.
And the last question we're going to do today, favorite trending audio for Reels right now?
I don't know if it's my absolute favorite audio right now, but I mean a lot of the Wes Anderson stuff. I'll share one of the ones that I particularly like, though.
I have seen some Wes Anderson clips, and even though I don't think I've ever seen a Wes Anderson movie, I don't think I have. Anyway, I definitely do like the Wes Anderson clips, and I like how people have edited them together. So I would get why that would be a popular trending audio. That is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more Instagram news or strategy or other social media content or other important tech news. I will do my best to provide that for you, so keep coming back for more.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave. Without a break or a pit stop, still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.